United last won at Stoke back in 2013. Just what makes it such a difficult place to secure a victory?
I would say it's always difficult there. Of course, sometimes they lose matches, but normally it's not easy for anyone to play against Stoke. Probably because in the last years United was not strong enough. And in my personal case, last season we didn't win because we were not good enough. We didn't play well enough. But yes, they are difficult. They are difficult, they are aggressive. They defend with a lot of people. They are dangerous in counter-attack. They are dangerous in set pieces. It's a stadium that puts a lot of pressure too. So I think it's going to be difficult again. Hopefully we can be better than in previous years and win, but difficult is going to be for sure.
Mkhitaryan set up 5 goals in your first 3 games. Just how important has he been to Manchester United's good start?
I think when the team plays well, it's easier for the players to play well and to perform. And I think the team globally is playing well. I think it's normal that so many players, we can analyze their August month and say they were really good. You know, we put 3 players in the nominees for the Player of the Month. I know that no one won it, but we put 3 players there, and Matic was not even there, so we could put 4 or 5 in the nominees because the team is playing really well. I hope these 15 days without us being together and working together, I hope doesn't affect us too much. I know it will affect. I know that one thing is a week working with the players and working tactically and going through every principle of play to be ready for the weekend match. Another thing is to have the players away and arriving step by step. I don't even see them all. Today is the first time I see them all together, and obviously today is not the day to work. Today is just the day to make the decision and the selection and to travel to Stoke. But hopefully we can keep a good level of play.
Jose, Manchester United were one of the clubs that decided to vote against the idea of closing the transfer window before the season starts next season. What are your thoughts on that issue?
You know, my thoughts are, by the coach point of view, Jose Mourinho as the head coach of Manchester United, obviously I am in favor of that, because if I focus just on the training process, of course I want to arrive day one. I want to have my squad, I want to have my players, I want to work with them, I want to travel with them to pre-season. I don't want to be waiting for late decisions when the championship started already. So that's the perspective of the coach. But there is another perspective. And the other perspective, where I can also include myself, because I am more than just the head coach. I have also to share the problems that the board, the administration, they have, is obviously that when the decision is not uniform around Europe and around all the championships in Europe, obviously we are opening an element of disadvantage for the English clubs. And that was the reason why Manchester United voted against, because there is an element of disadvantage. Will be a moment where the market is closed for us and is open for the others. And obviously they can come to the English clubs. They can buy players, and they can leave English clubs without the possibility of a quick action, of a quick response. So it's an element of weakness. If you tell me Manchester United, I expect my club to be strong enough and powerful enough for when the market closes for us, we can also close our doors and say, doesn't matter the offer, doesn't matter the club, we close the market for buy and for sell. I expect my club to be acting that way. So we are going to reduce that element of weakness. But there are other English clubs that will be in risk. I hope that it goes to the perfect situation, and the perfect situation is to close for every championship and not just for the Premier League.
Jose, what do you make of the transfer market you've had this summer? You didn't get that fourth signing. You admitted that was probably unlikely towards the end, and Pereira's gone out on loan. How do you view it?
No, it was not a perfect market, because a perfect market is when you architect the squad and the moves and goes 100% in your direction, which is very, very difficult to happen with everyone. It's really difficult to happen. But I cannot call it perfect, because I still feel a weakness in the globality of my squad. But it was a good market. We were successful. We did it well. We did it on time. We did it in the right timing, because if we do that after Neymar, I think the numbers change for everybody. So I think we were quite happy in our market.
And with Andreas Pereira, what was the rationale behind letting him join Valencia?
Andreas Pereira was a personal decision, a decision that I don't agree with, a decision that I don't think in this moment is the best decision for him, a decision that disappoints me a little bit, because I think he has the potential to be here fighting for a position, to fighting for opportunities, and to fighting to be a Manchester United player. I think his decision can be considered a decision of a young player that wants to play every weekend, but can also be considered a decision of a young player that is not ready to fight for something difficult. And it's difficult to play in Manchester United midfield. You have to be ready to fight for a position. And I'm a bit disappointed that he left, but okay, was his decision. I opened the door for his decision. He has a long-term contract. We have an option to bring him back on the 1st of January. So we have that situation under control. So it's not a drama, but it's just a decision that disappoints me a little bit.
Jose, at this time last year you'd started with 3 wins from 3, and after the international break you then lost 3 games in a week. You talked before the break about now you're playing 2-3 times a week. Will we see over the next couple of weeks how strong the squad really is and the potential of what this team can achieve this season?
No, the squad is strong. The squad is strong. The players are ready to play. The decision to leave people on the bench is hard. The decision to leave people at home is hard. The fact that now we play every 3 days in relation to that, I think is good. I think it's good because the players will feel now that they're all involved. I think by the end of September every player played, every player started matches, because it's the normal movement of the squad, and that is not a problem at all. That makes my control of my human resources better, easier, simple. But the matches are difficult, and we have always the risk of can't keep a winning run, which is really difficult to do it.